Real quickly, before we begin with chapter 191, I want to say I apologize for not being here last week. I was out in Europe. Look at this picture of me getting fat eating a pizza in Italy. Yes, it was fantastic. So let me go ahead and quickly say that our boy Hikari beat Hajime Kashimo. Sorry, Kashimo fans, but guess what? We're going to get that inevitable battle between Kashimo and Sukuna. Why? Because we learned last week that he has a maximum curse technique, whatever you want to call it, and he has it set for Sukuna, and there's no way in hell Gege Akutami just says, this one special attack that I haven't revealed isn't going to be used or revealed at some point against Sukuna. So I can't wait to see how that plays out. But with that aside, let's go ahead and talk about this chapter, because the worm from last week, the cursed spirit, was in fact Naoya Zenin. And why is he a cursed spirit? Didn't he die way back when Maki massacred the Zenin clan? Well, yes, that is correct, but it was Noritoshi, which we'll talk about him a little bit later, ironically said back early in the manga, if you don't kill an opponent with cursed energy, they will come back as a cursed spirit. And now Naoya has come back to life as this cursed worm slash caterpillar, and people are already speculating with that this isn't in fact his final form, and if he's a caterpillar slash worm, then he may cocoon or do this metamorphosis into this butterfly slash moth or whatever you want to speculate, because we know how powerful and strong Maki is. We saw her take out single-handedly her entire clan, which had people like her father, Naoya, and other people probably up there in regards to strength, right? And it's a little interesting and befitting that Gege Akutami has put Maki, who is really, what, maybe comparable to Toji's strength, if not equal to Toji. And here you have Noritoshi, which we don't really know how much stronger he has gotten since the events of Shibuya, if at all. But he is teamed up with Maki to face off against Naoya, and you have to imagine that this cursed spirit of Naoya has to be somewhat formidable. I don't think this is going to be an easy battle, because then why even introduce Naoya in the first place, right? This could have been another cockroach cursed spirit like Yuta could have handled easily. With this cursed spirit being Naoya, Maki has to struggle for a bit. I think that makes for a more interesting read, and how Noritoshi really is going to aid Maki, which sounds crazy to even comprehend that like Maki's going to need help with this battle against Naoya, is going to be interesting to see how that plays out in the upcoming chapters. In any case, let's go ahead and talk about Noritoshi Kamo, because the chapter begins with Noritoshi in a flashback immediately after the events of the Shibuya incident, where Noritoshi is talking with some old man who's a part of the Kamo stronghold, and Noritoshi informs him that they need to contact the Gojo family, the Zenin family, and inform everyone what has happened. And the old man is like, man, I'm not taking orders from no scrub. And Noritoshi's like, are you talking to me like that? Like, I'm the next family head. And he's like, no, you're not. So of course Noritoshi opens his door, and who do we find? Lo and behold, Suguru Geto slash Brain Geto, and he's like, I'm the master manipulator, as we already come to know and expect, and he's the new family head of the Kamo Clan. And not only that, he also said that he and Noritoshi aren't going to run into each other again. And is that just a throwaway line, or is there something much more grandiose to it? And then when Noritoshi the student tried to battle Geto, this is where arguably the best line in the entire chapter is read, and I quote, I'd rather not get this room dirty, so I appreciate it if you just disappear somewhere else. Come on, that's a good line. Like, what is Noritoshi, the student, really going to do against Geto, right? Especially if we're following the events after Shibuya. I'm not sure what Noritoshi, the student, was going to do, but hey, you know, you gotta give him valiant effort for at least wanting to do something, right? And I think if anything, it's interesting that Gege gave us this flashback with Noritoshi and him confronting Geto, because if I had to speculate Noritoshi not making it out alive in the Culling Game, we're going to probably see some character growth and some development for him, much needed character development. Hell, I mean, I'd say everyone from the Kyoto side. Let's see what him and the little witch girl, I forgot her name. You guys know who I'm talking about. But what do you guys think? And I'm really glad they talked about the Shibuya incident, because it's such a beloved arc for myself. And if you want to learn exactly what goes down in the Shibuya incident in 7 minutes, you're going to want to click on this video right here.